From Warwick High School, it is night one of the Boys Lancaster Lebanon League Tournament. Tonight, the play-in game. It is the Section 2 runner-up, the E-Town Bears at 10-3 in the LL play, 16-6 overall. And the ELCO Raiders, the number 2 team out of Section 4, 18-4 overall. They finished up 10-3 in LL play. Eric Thomas and Warren Goodling with you here at Warwick High School, place we're pretty familiar with, in a game tonight, Coach, that this has the makings of all of a classic here. We've actually been talking about this matchup now for about 3 weeks. This was almost a given that this was going to happen.
Right.
This has the makings of a final, a semifinal, whatever you want to call it. This should be a very good up and down, back and forth game here tonight in the playing round.
Well, both of these teams have had great seasons. E-Town's 16-6, ELCO's 18-4. They were both 10-3 in the league. They both have winning traditions now that they've established in their programs. And they both have some offensive firepower.
E-Town finished up the season on a nice little slide here. Both teams are in a district tournament coming up. We'll talk about that a little bit more later on. But E-Town, to finish the season, comes in on a 4-game win streak. They averaged 72 points over, almost 73 points over those 4 games, and allowed just 51 over that stretch. The guy who's been the catalyst for their offense during that run has been Elijah Eberle. His last 6 games, all but one a double-double, all but one they won. And he has just been fantastic for them down the stretch this season. Now, the strength of schedule wasn't the toughest down the stretch, but you still have to win those games to put yourself in a good position, and he's playing some of the best basketball in all the LL right now.
Well, his teammates are now really looking for him, and he scores a lot of different ways. He can get out and run the floor. He can score down at the post. He can make a jump shot, and he's a very good offensive rebounder, so he scores a lot of different ways.
For ELCO, they had a chance to win the section title. They lost to Lancaster Catholic on Tuesday night by 15. They cut the lead down to 6 in the fourth quarter, and then had an 8-0 run against them to close both the first and second. So Catholic was actually able to pull away. They lost both meetings to them this season, but they did have 4 players locked, double figures. This is an up-and-down team. This is a guard-oriented team. This is a 3-point heavy shooting team that we're going to see here tonight. They're not going to be shy about putting the ball up in the air.
Well, when you look at the stats, they have made 171 three-pointers on the season, and they have 4 guys that have made over 22 three-pointers for the season, so which means you got to guard on the perimeter, and when you guard on the perimeter, you leave lanes open to drive. So the other thing that impresses me about ELCO, this team is shooting 75% from the foul line. That is by far the highest percentage we've seen.
Yeah, it's one of the highest percentages in all the LL. And the winner of this game will go on tonight to play the Lampeter Stroudsburg in round 1 of the quarterfinals coming up on Monday night. We have the other game for you here later tonight, too. That is Cacalico and Lancaster Mennonite. The winner of that game will play the top seed out of Section 1, Cedar Crest. Tonight's game is brought to you by My Jersey. Coach and players want to hang on to their memories of their playing days by framing their high school or college jersey. That's where My Jersey can help you out. With technology today, isn't there a cost-effective way to recreate the likeness of a jersey? My Jersey is a high-definition, life-size print using textures and shadows which trick the eye into thinking it's a real jersey. All in a 24 by 36 professionally framed picture that can be shipped to your front door. The best part is all My Jersey needs is a picture of your player in his or her uniform from their playing days, and they can digitally recreate any jersey for any sport. Email myjerseydesigns@gmail.com a few pictures of you in your uniform, and they will send you a design to review and offer up any edits, or follow them on Twitter at myjerseydesigns. Also, special thanks tonight to the booster clubs from both E-Town and ELCO for getting this game on as well. Tonight's game is also brought to you by the National Guard. For more information on how to attend college full-time, tuition-free, and serve in the Army National Guard part-time, contact Sergeant First Class Stephen Smith of Team Lancaster at 484-889-8519. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. First, for ELCO. Again, they come into this game 18-4. Their head coach is Brad Connors in his 10th season, and he just recently picked up his 100th win. He's 101 against 109 losses. Assistants are Wes Soto, Lynn Schaefer, Craig Coletti, and Doug Strickler. They will start this guard-oriented lineup, 3 of them to be exact, and the leading guy, Braden Bohannon, the 5'11 junior, is averaging 18.5 points a game, shooting 45% from three-point territory. Also 5.5 rebounds a game, too. He's more of a do-everything kind of guy, and literally when we say this, he is the quarterback on the floor for this ELCO team. He's the quarterback for their high school football team as well.
Well, being the point guard, being the quarterback of your high school programs, that sort of goes hand in hand, and you'll see him find the open man as well as score the basketball himself.
The other two guards, Bryce Coletti, the 5'10 senior, averaging 13.5 a game. He has hit 22 three-pointers this season, comes off 20-plus games this season. He's got a season high of 28 in his pocket already this year. And he is joined by Evan Huey. He had 30 three-pointers last season, has followed that up with 32 this season. Again, this is a heavy three-point shooting team. Bohannon and Huey have actually attempted more threes individually than E-Town has made as a team. So that just puts in perspective. And E-Town has 101 to their credit this season. So that just tells you how much these guys like to chuck it. And then the big guy in the front court, this is going to be a fun matchup to watch. Asher Kimball, the 6'7 senior, averaging 12.5 points a game. He's gone over 20 points in 5 games this season, including a season-high 25. He'll do battle with Elijah Eberle. This is the E-Town starting 5 now. Elijah Eberle in the front court along with Luke Pearson. Eberle, the 6'2 senior, averaging 18.3 points a game. His last 4 games, 28, 14, 20, and 25. Comes out to a 21.7 points per game average. Pearson is averaging 5.1 rebounds a game, and he's an X factor for this E-Town team. The guards for E-Town tonight, Brody Beach is one of the leading three-point shooters on this team with 46 made this season, along with Ryan Parise, the point guard, son of head coach Rocky Parise, 5'10 senior, is closing in on 400 career assists. Actually, over 400 career assists. He's closing in on 1,000 points. That's a remarkable career for Ryan Parise, and they're joined there by Alex O'Shea, the 6'1 senior, averaging 3.9 points a game. The lowest points per game average of the starting 5, but he also does shoot 40% from the floor. They're going to be quick to also go to their 6-man Pat Gilhill. We saw this team here a couple weeks ago against Warwick, and they're playing really well right now. Rocky Parise is in his 4th year. He's got a record of 48 and 48 assistants. Lee Eckert, Cameron Hoover, and Brock Hoover. And they've been red hot their last 4 games. I mean, we talked about ELCO three-point shooting, which we'll talk about a lot the whole game. E-Town's hit 24 in their last 3 games, so they haven't been shy about throwing it up either.
Well, it goes hand in hand with both teams playing with confidence. So, and for E-Town's capabilities of hitting the 3, they probably have some nice inside-out passing because they have an inside scorer. So sometimes when you have an inside scorer that demands a double team, you're going to get some more three-point opportunities.
Certainly will. And again, the winner of this game goes on to the first round of the quarterfinals on Monday night. So the tournament sets up tonight, Monday, Wednesday, and then the final on Friday at Manheim Township High School. We'll have the final for you right here in LL Hoops. We'll actually have video of that game. We'll also have the girls' final on Thursday of next week as well. And then just keep it tuned to llhoops.com for live coverage. They'll have some write-ups and some reports from the games on Monday and Wednesday night with Dell Jackson and Andy Herr, who are sitting up top tonight here at Warwick High School. Dell and Bruce Badger will be along at halftime tonight, and you can chat with Dell during this game too if you follow along on Twitter or llhoops.com. We'll take time here for the national anthem. We'll come back and we'll tip things off. You're listening to live coverage of the LL tournament on llhoops.com.
Good luck.
All right, so we're about set for tip-off here tonight between ELCO and E-Town. These two teams met a season ago in the LL tournament, and E-Town walked away with the win in that one. History for these two sides in the LL tournament, not great. ELCO is still looking for their first win all time in this tournament. E-Town is 7-11 all time. They made the semifinals a season ago. Both teams have been in some tight games. For ELCO, they've had trouble scoring in this tournament. You coaching this thing 17 times, you were telling me earlier today. It's a different vibe than any of the other tournaments around in District 3 conferences. This is a big deal to any of these teams involved here.
Yeah, it really is. It's a big deal. And this is a new format with the 10 teams involved, which means these particular teams here, for them to win the LL League title, these teams have to win 4 games that play tonight. They have to win 4 games to win the LL League title.
That's going to be very tough, and it's
Very
all over
difficult.
a week. I mean, we're talking literally from Friday to Friday, 4 games sandwiched in there. Tip was knocked out of bounds. It'll be controlled by ELCO. ELCO is in the visiting navy blue uniforms with the yellow trim and yellow numbers. E-Town in their home whites with the royal blue trim and the silhouette outlined in royal blue numbers on the jersey. It is ELCO attacking the basket far away from us. Coletti has it up top. He is harassed there by Parise, who comes up with a steal.
Yep, E-Town playing aggressive man-to-man defense.
Jump ball, and the arrow is going to favor E-Town.
And ELCO is running their motion offense at that point, and E-Town really was out pressuring the ball. So I think they want to pressure the ball and contest those 3-point shots.
Alex O'Shea with it for E-Town in the far corner. He drives baseline, turns, gets caught up there by Coletti. Good defense. And handed off that time. Now they work it around to the top, over to the far side now with Eberle. Eberle will pass it around.
ELCO playing 3-point line in defense, just trying to stay in front of the basketball.
Lob pass into the corner. They come back near side. It's picked off by Kemble. Each team's got a turnover now. Kemble racing down the floor, spins in the paint, off balance, no. Rebound, put back up, no. And the rebound, wrestle for it. Kemble gets it back, and he lays it up and in. Asher Kemble with the first 2 points of the game, and E-Town, or rather, ELCO's grabbed the 2-0 lead. 6:46 to go in the first quarter. Parise with it, splits the defense, goes down the lane, kicks it out to the corner. Jumper on the way, and that is knocked down by Luke Pearson, and E-Town's grabbed a 3-2 lead.
Again, Parise made that play by the penetration and pitch to the open shooter.
Parise 6.5 assists a game. He's among the state leaders in assists.
And he got another one right there.
Bohannon inside, off the window. Can't get the roll, and the rebound controlled by E-Town. 6:15 to go in the first. It's a 1-point lead for E-Town at 3-2. Pearson and now Parise on the far side, just to the right side of the circle. Parise will work his way around the arc. Into the corner it comes to Pearson. Pearson goes right inside for Parise. Off-balance jumper by Ryan Parise is good, and E-Town extends the lead to 5-2.
Yeah, Parise got the ball in the shuffle cut and then made a nice move around the basket to get into the center and shoot it up.
Huey, now top of the circle, it's Bohannon. Kimball has it on the near side. Kimball to his left, hands it off to driving the lane and laying it up and in is Horst. And he cuts the E-Town lead down to 1 at 5-4. First
nice
bucket for
scoop
Ben
shot.
Horst.
Nice scoop shot by Horst. A little old school scoop shot.
Other way, Pearson out of control. Blocking foul called on ELCO, and that will send Pearson to the line to shoot a pair. That'll be the first foul on either side. It's on Ben Horst, his first. Pearson on the season, a 47% free throw shooter. First one is on the way and good.
Looked really good on that one.
And Rocky Parise said to me before tip-off tonight, he said Pearson is locked in. So he just adds a different.
Yeah, he's a nice, strong kid. He plays hard.
And Pearson
He got the offensive rebound there for him.
Sure did. Now they kick it around. Pat Gilhool's in the game for E-Town. Parise, now Pearson again near side. Pearson drives, hands it off Gilhool. Foul line jumper on the way is off the back iron, no good. Kimball the rebound. Goes behind the back to avoid the defense of Parise. Races down the near side. Kimball pull-up jumper from the near side is off the mark, no good. Rebound loose, controlled by ELCO as Horst has it. Now Kimball again drives to the bucket, is blocked.
Nice block.
Good defense by E-Town that time with 5:02 to go in the first, and the ball out of bounds. It'll stay with ELCO here, 5 minutes straight up, and E-Town up 6-4.
Yeah, I think Eberle made the block. He just went up nice and straight. Perfect defense.
6-4. E-Town in front here. You can live chat with Del Jackson tonight. He's on YouTube, on our YouTube page. If you care to join in with that, he is up top here live chatting from the game. Rebound for E-Town. We're under 5 to go now, 4:47. Lob pass inside, Gilhool. Now out to Eberle. Eberle cuts through the lane. Eberle lost the ball. Good defense by Kimball. Loose on the floor. It's picked up by Horst. Second turnover for E-Town in the early going. And Horst going to the floor is going to be called for the double dribble. So 2 turnovers apiece here with 4:34 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, both teams are pretty aggressive offensively. They're not holding anything back. They're driving it to the basket. They're taking a shot when they're open. But we've had some turnovers because normally in a playoff game, the defense intensity is cranked up a little bit. So you might not always get the perfect execution you're looking for on offense in the playoffs.
E-Town has it with 4.5 to go in the first. Ryan Parise brings it up the floor. Working over the far side against Evan Huey. Parise cuts through the lane. Layup is no good. Bohannon the rebound. Bohannon had to get rid of it fast to Huey. Here comes Huey racing down the floor, near side for Elko. Off to the far corner. The jumper on the way is in and out. That was Coletti with it. And E-Town comes down with a rebound.
And that's one of the ways they get the three-ball up is by coming down and shooting it off the fast break.
Inside they go right away. O'Shea was tipped away, and it's going to stay on the E-Town side here with 4:04 to go in the first. Elijah Eberle is back into the game for E-Town. Alex O'Shea will take a seat.
Okay, now this is an interesting out-of-bounds play with Eberle, the big guy, taking the ball in, throwing the ball in. So to see if they get a little screen for him on the inbound.
Eberle inside, there it is.
Normally when your big guy that can score takes the ball out, you got something set up for him, and that's exactly what they had.
4-point lead for E-Town with 3:50 to go in the first, and the loose ball on the floor is picked up by the Bears. Parise comes away with it. Third turnover for Elko here in the opening quarter. On the far wing, and now up to the far side, back to Parise to reset things. They go back to the far wing.
Yep, running a little set play here. See if they get the back screen for the big guy, Eberle. There it is.
It's Gilhul with it now. Parise over on the far side. It's Pearson. Pearson steps through the lane. Little running one-hander is off the mark, and Coletti pulls down the rebound. Coletti races down the floor, far side. Coletti on the far block, pulls it back out, looking for Kemble on the near wing, or on the far wing rather. Line pass out to the near wing. It's Huey for three. Huey's off the mark. Rebound is wrestled down by E-Town. Gilhul racing to the bucket. Gilhul lays it up and in with the left or the right hand. And a quick timeout by Brad Connors with 3:08 to go in the first quarter. It's a 10-4 lead for E-Town.
Yep, and Gilhul made a really great move. He's a pretty athletic young sophomore. He took it to the hole with authority that time.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Susquehanna Tackle, everything for fishing. Susquehanna Tackle features low prices, fast delivery, expert knowledge. Free shipping and orders over $50. 1-800-814-7433. Also by Dan Taylor Family Law. Is your will, durable power of attorney, and living will up to date? If not, you should see LLHoops.com sponsor Daniel K. Taylor. Dan can be reached at 717-945-6212 or see his ad on our website. He can initially speak to you over the phone or meet at his Lancaster office. Home appointments available for the disabled. Eric Thomas, Warren Goodling with you here tonight from Warwick High School, the opening night of the boys LL tournament. It is E-Town with a 10-4 lead on Elko right now. And we've not seen a lot of offensive stuff drawn up for Braden Bohannon yet. Eberle's been quiet for E-Town. Everybody else is sort of getting involved for both teams, and it's a 10-4 lead for E-Town.
Yeah, and right now Elko has not connected on a three-point shot yet. They've taken some. They have not. You can tell they're very comfortable of scoring with the three ball, and so far they haven't been able to do it. So we'll see what happens the next couple minutes here in the first quarter. Little token three-quarter court press by E-Town right now.
They bring Bohannon into the backcourt to get him touches. That ball's kicked out of bounds by E-Town. So to stay with Elko with 3 minutes to go here in the first. Coletti has it for E-Town. Bohannon with it. Bohannon hands it back to Coletti, top of the circle. Now they run the little motion here with Huey.
Yep. Little dribble drive handoff.
Bohannon pull-up jumper from left or the right of the circle, rather, and it's good. That's his first bucket of the night.
And he caught that ball squared up to the basket and had perfect shooting for him on that play right there.
10-6, E-Town in front with 2:33 to go. Parise on the baseline has it knocked out of his hands and off of Parise and out of bounds back to Elko. Third E-Town turnover with 2:31 to go in the first quarter.
Well, that time Parise was the guard. He's the point guard, but he actually posted up, got the ball. He was trying to dribble across the baseline and throw it to somebody in the corner, and it wasn't able to do it.
Coletti with it, crossover dribble, hands it off Bohannon, right of the circle again. Same spot, jumper is off the mark. Horst the rebound, lost the handle, right in the hands of an E-Town defender. Fourth turnover for Elko. Here come the Bears. Down the floor, Pearson, Parise top of the circle, thought about the three, pulls up, foul line, jumper, got it.
Yep. Good under control jump shot by Parise that time. Made the little ball fake, took one dribble, knocked it down.
And passed up the lower percentage shot for the higher percentage one. As Elko works it around the baseline, three-point jumper on the way from the corner is good. That is Bohannon who knocks that one down, and it's 12-9 E-Town.
And that's the three ball they're looking for. That is part of their game, a big part of their game.
Paris stepped through out to the corner. Pearson far side, three-pointer on the way is good for Luke Pearson.
Wow, that's a nice shot, and another assist for Paris there.
Again, we mentioned that statistic. Not every team reports their stats to Max Preps. I'd say a good 70% of them in state do that, and he is the leader in assists among all those teams across the state. That tells you something. And he missed 8 games as a freshman, but still over 400 assists in his career. Bohannon, Kimball has it in the corner, drives, loose ball. Pearson picks it up. 5th turnover for Elko. Here come the Bears with 70 seconds to go. Pull-up jumper on the way is no good. Eberle the rebound. Eberle in the paint, and he gets the roll to drop.
Yeah, perfect timing on the offensive rebound by Eberle, and then gathered his feet and went up and kissed it off the glass for the bucket.
Brad Connor's going to let him play here as we wind under a minute to go in the first. It's 17-9. E-Town in control here. Coletti has it. Looks like Elko might try to hold for the final shot of the quarter.
Yep, they got 4 people in the perimeter, 1 in the post, and they're going to hold for the last shot.
Coletti with that high dribble on the near side. His coach on the sideline was crouched down in the catcher's position. Now he stands up, calls out the play. 30 seconds to go in the first. Coletti's still with it on the near side. Yep. Nobody really stepping up to guard him. Paris is the man there.
And he's just sitting back saying, all right, we're going to get it. E-Town's just trying to get a stop at the end of the quarter here.
And you notice that E-Town in the first quarter, too, their defense not really coming out past the three-point line either.
Well, they don't want to get beat on the dribble where they have to help, and then they'll give up threes if they do that. Right. So they're trying to keep everybody in front.
Coletti drives. A lot of contact there, but the block, no call. At the buzzer, bucket off the mark. So E-Town has a 17-9 lead through 1. And it was a good defensive performance, an efficient offensive performance. And E-Town's got a 17-9 lead on Elko here in the first quarter of the LL playing game here. Game 1 of 2 here tonight. Tonight's game brought to you by H&L Team Sales. H&L Team Sales provides uniform, team shops, and other clothing and equipment to schools and teams throughout the Lancaster-Lebanon League, York League, and Berks region. Contact H&L at 717-392-3010 or online at www.hlteamsales.com. Tryouts for the LA Elite Spring 2020 AU basketball season will be held on February 22nd and also March 8th. For more information and tryout registration, please visit www.elit3.org or call Matt Overball in the 484 area code at 354-5631. So after 1 quarter of play, it is 17-9. E-Town with the lead on Elko, and that Elko offense, they kind of ran into a little bit of a stout E-Town defense there in that first 8 minutes.
I think, number one, I think the assignment on E-Town is each guy do not get beat off the dribble one-on-one, because when you get beat off the dribble, that forces people to help. That's where you get the open threes. And I think E-Town is going to say, okay, we're going to make you shoot contested twos. We're not going to give up the wide open three by getting in help situations. So that's why they're packing it in a little bit, I believe. Not extending their defense just to keep it in front. Now this time, again, it's the packed-in defense. It sort of looks like a zone.
Jordan Fernandez jumper, he checked in at the whistle, rebound Eberle.
Yeah, and they laid off him a little bit. He was pretty open. He had 4 threes in the year.
Loose ball is picked up by Eberle there. Gilhole, and now Eberle again. Just underway here, 30 seconds into the second quarter. They lob it inside to Eberle. Eberle spinning on Kimball off the window, and he gets the roll again.
Well, that's a really experienced big man move. Got the ball, faked in the inside, and kept his feet and shot it to the baseline side.
Huey now, Fernandez again, near side. It's Bohannon, jumper on the way, right of the circle, and he knocks down another 3.
Now there was a misassignment by E-Town defense that time. They left off, they helped too far off of him, and he was able to hit the 3.
Bohannon's got 8 of the 12 for Elko, as Eberle has it up top, hands it off Paris, or rather that is Gilhole, now Paris on the near side. Ryan drives down the near block and is held there by Coletti. That'll be Coletti's first foul, second on Elko, with 6:54 to go in the first half, and that will send Ryan Paris to the free throw line on the season, a 75% free throw shooter. Fans start to file in here for the second game. Game number 2 is Cocalico and Lancaster Mennonite, as Paris can't hit the front end. Interesting game because Mennonite is in the 3A tournament in districts. Cocalico's season, if they lose tonight, is over. They did not qualify for the district tournament. Both teams are 11-11 as Paris hits the second one. Makes it an 8-point lead again at 20-12. E-Town in front. Top of the circle, Fernandez. Now Kemble, baseline, far side, jumper in and out. Rebound is wrestled away and controlled by E-Town.
Yeah, that is an interesting situation for Cocalico, but that means they're going to play their hearts out because there's no tomorrow for them.
This is their postseason coming up later tonight. And they will face the leading scorer in the Lancaster Lebanon League in Cole Fisher, coming off a 36-point effort the other night against, and the lot pass inside to Eberly, and he lays it off the window. It's 22-12 E-Town. Again,
set play. The guard came in there and set the back screen, and they do a lot of that for Eberly. They get it because he can make a jump shot out there. You got to guard him, and they'll set a back screen on the ball reversal and get an alley-oop lob.
Bohannon far block. He will drive, spin on Paris. Reverse layup by Bohannon is no good. Kimball the rebound. A lot of contact again, no call. Tipped out of there, loose on the floor. Fernandez had it wrestled away from him by Pearson. Refs letting him play here as Kimball comes up from behind and bumps it away from Eberly, and Kimball will pick up the foul, his first. Third on ELCO here in the first half, and a timeout called by Brad Connors and ELCO. With 5:46 to go in the first half, it is a 30-second timeout for ELCO.
A good timeout by Coach Connors. He's just trying to keep his guys engaged in this ball game. Things aren't going their way on offense, and they have to keep plugging away. They have the offensive firepower, but they have to get some stops on defense and convert something to offense.
Tonight's game brought to you by Nationwide Insurance. Parents, if you have children who are driving or getting ready to drive, Nationwide is here to help. Call the Stephen Edward Lewis Agency in Millersville to find out how they keep your costs low and help teach your children how to drive safer with the Nationwide Smart Ride program. This program includes accident forgiveness, so if your new driver does have an accident, you won't lose your insurance or suffer an expensive rate surcharge. Please contact the Stephen Edward Lewis Agency for additional information at 717-872-2466. It is E-Town ball here out of the timeout. They lob it down there for Eberly, makes a one-handed catch against the baseline, positions himself and lays it off the window again.
Yep.
Eberly's got 10 in the first half, 24-12. E-Town in front with 5:35 to go in the first half.
Well, he's going to make Scott Colville very happy up there at the sales, right? That's where he's gone. He's shown that he's one of the top, if not the top, big guy in the LL League.
Coletti now into the corner. It's Horst far side. They try to go inside of Bohannon. That is poked out of there by Paris. Check that. That is Beach who pokes it away. Or was that Gilhu? That was Gilhu who actually poked it away. And they're going to call. I did not see what the call was there.
The call was travel.
Travel, okay.
They called it travel.
They said possession and then travel, so it's E-Town basketball. That is the sixth ELCO turnover here with 5:10 to go in the first half. Pearson, lob inside Eberly. Eberly off the block. One-handed rebound right in the hands of Bohannon. And here comes ELCO.
Yeah, E-Town's getting some loose balls with their defense. They're coming up with some loose balls.
Pull-up jumper by Bohannon is good, and a three again.
Yeah, that time he just came down one-on-one and pulled up. He had the room to get his feet set and shoot it.
Breeze out, out to Beach. Rebound. Gilhu over the back is called on Gilhu. That'll be his first foul. And that'll be team foul number 1 on E-Town. So all the way into almost halfway through the second quarter, and E-Town gets a foul called on him for the first time tonight.
Now 1-2-2 three-quarter court press, just trying to change the tempo here a little bit.
Kemble and now Coletti. Coletti drives to the right, to the corner. They back it out. Huey, now Kemble again, left of the circle, into the corner it goes. Bohannon jumper for three, off the side of the iron. Rebound is controlled by Kemble, who got away with a travel and came out of there. Actually, they say it was tipped. Steele stepping in front of it is Beach. He races to the bucket, and he lays it up and in.
Again, there's another turnover that E-Town converted for a basket.
The check with the E-Town coaching staff on Beach here in a second, as Jumper fired from the near side by Angel Martina. No, that was actually Horst.
Yeah,
he knocks
Horst
down
hit
his
that.
second.
Yep. Again, dribble drive penetration on the dribble drive offense. Forces the help, find the open shooter.
Lob pass into the corner. Gilhul now he hands it off Beach. Beach to Pearson on the far baseline. Back out to Beach. Pearson far wing. Three-pointer on the way. He's actually inside the line for two. Air ball and the rebound pulled in by Bohannon.
Probably not the best shot that they won at that time.
26-17. E-Town in front and underneath and laying it up and in his Horst. His second straight field goal.
On an outstanding assist by Bohannon, who dribble penetrated, saw the open guy and threw it to him.
Going to take a guess that Beach, who wore number 2 earlier this season, asked to not wear that number after the Kobe Bryant tragedy. He's got number 14 on now.
Okay.
He wore number 2, which was Gianna Bryant's number on her Mamba team. Is Paris's layup no good. Kemble throws it ahead and out of bounds.
All right, tough play there by ELCO. They had a fast break and they overthrew it. But that time E-Town came out in a little triangle offense out top.
Full timeout call by Rocky Paris and E-Town. With 2:58 to go in the first half, E-Town in front 26-19. Tonight's game brought to you by Pat Klein of State Farm. 284-3107. Pat is based out of Corryville, Pennsylvania. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Dacio. Dacio, a locally owned office technology company with multiple service and sales locations throughout central Pennsylvania and Maryland. Dacio offers IT service and support, multifunction copiers, network printers, wide format printers, and document management solutions to businesses and nonprofits of all sizes. For more information, call John Ersman in the 717 area code at 419-7971. 2:58 to go in the first half. Eric Thomas, Warren Goodling with you here courtside at Warwick High School, night one of the boys LL tournament. It is E-Town with a 26-19 lead on ELCO. Game 2 coming up at around 7:30 tonight. It'll be Calico and Mennonite. Again, you can chat live with Del Jackson. He is up top here tonight. And Del Jackson and Bruce Badgley will also join you here at halftime to guide you through the halftime festivities in about 3 minutes.
Let's see what E-Town does out of the timeout. See if they do something to get the ball inside.
In the Eberly show, offensively, he is still out there for the Bears. Far wing, it is Beach now.
They got him down there in the low post, see if they can get it to him. They did.
A lot of 2 underneath, reverse layup just off the mark. Gilhul the rebound, out to Pearson, three-pointer on the way. Banks it in!
Yep. It's like you do in the backyard. He called it. Banks open.
Pearson with 10 points. 29-19 E-Town with 2:27 to go in the half.
Well, Pearson, he's not afraid to take the open shot, that's for sure.
And neither is ELCO, and Horst missed everything on that one, so it's out of bounds. Back to the Bears with 2:22 to play in the half. Kemble back in place of Jordan Fernandez. It's not a very deep ELCO team, not a very deep E-Town team for that matter.
Well, there's not a whole lot of teams that are deep in high school basketball. It just usually doesn't work that way.
It's true. Foul line, it's Eberly, guarded by Bohannon, goes to his right, out to the corner, Paris. Little head fake, Paris got tied up. Good defense by Coletti, out to Pearson on the right of the circle. Now right corner, it's Gilhul. Now they work it back around, Paris near side. 2 minutes to go in the first half. 10-point lead for E-Town. Inside Gilhul on the baseline. Out to the corner. Pearson wide open three-pointer far side. Clangs it off the side of the iron. Rebound Gilhul through right in the hands of Kimball. And then we get a foul away from the ball. And it's going to be, it looks like on Bohannon of ELCO on the rebound. So the ball's going to stay on this side with E-Town.
Did you see that call? Wow. That was it. Coach Connor's not real happy about that.
That is the 4th team foul on ELCO. First on Bohannon.
Yeah, that was just a tough situation. The two guys did bang into each other.
Gilhul now, Paris right of the circle. They call Gilhul Patty McBuckets. He is one of the most efficient offensive players for this E-Town team. Eberly up top now as we approach 90 seconds to go in the half. 10-point lead for E-Town at 29-19. Lob it inside Paris. Coletti, who just threw his hand up, knocks it away.
Yeah, he had a great defense. He knew exactly what was going on in that play.
And that is swatted out of his hands on the other end by Beach.
Yeah, good defense by Beach. E-Town's running a little triangle like delay offense, and they're looking to score out of it, though. They're looking to get a backdoor when ELCO presses up on you.
Bohannon off the inbound, no. Kimball wrestles the rebound away, can't connect on the follow. And the rebound E-Town. Here come the Bears with 1:10 to go in the first half.
Yeah, they had two good opportunities that time, ELCO. They just couldn't convert it.
Paris dribbles to his right. Now out to the far side it goes to Gilhul. Underneath Eberly, reverse layup again, no. Bohannon the rebound. Bohannon behind the back dribble to avoid Eberle. Crosses over, gets across half court, is fouled. And it looks like it might be on Pearson.
Now, I find it interesting that Bohannon is actually guarding Eberle down here on defense. So you have a 6'5'11", 6-foot guard guarding the big guy.
It is on Pearson, his first, team second. Coletti gets it off the inbound. Looks like Elko's going to hold for the final shot again.
And this is part of their DNA, getting the last shot of the quarter. And I'm not sure who has the arrow, the possession arrow. But if Elko has the arrow, then they're looking at this as 2 possessions in a row here.
Yeah, excellent point.
So that's something you always got to consider.
Yeah, we're in the corner, so we're at the end of the Elko bench. Can't see the table where we would see the possession arrow. 25 seconds to go.
But special situations. This is what you work on a lot of practice, especially this time of year.
Down to 17, down to 15 now. Coletti still dribbles. Parise lays off of him defensively.
Yep. They started it at 12 seconds. They got a ball screen coming.
Bohannon
he
left wing.
refused the ball screen.
Drives. Bohannon hangs. No. A lot of contact, and he's fouled. Bohannon will go to the line to shoot 2 with 5.5 seconds left.
And they got exactly what they wanted, an opportunity to score 2 points. And Bohannon is a 78% foul shooter.
Foul is on Gilhol. That is his second. Team fourth. Bohannon's first one is good. He's had a big first half with 12 points.
He's a really good player. I mean, he takes really good shots. He's in total control of his offensive game.
Well, and you think about where this Elko offense would be without him in the first half. They had a little bit of a trouble getting started tonight as we get whistle here.
They're hanging. They're hanging.
Trying to work out the substitutions here. And they're saying that the player coming in for Eton did not check in properly. So they're going to redo the free throw here. Bohannon missed the free throw, so he's going to get the go here. The whistle did blow before he attempted that second one.
Yeah.
Got the second one. 5.5 seconds to go. It's 29-21 E-Town. They get it in the hands of Eberle with 2 seconds. Eberle all the way to the bucket. Can't connect on the runner at the buzzer.
Great drive. He just missed it.
A great first half by E-Town. Elko battles their way back into it. They're down by 8 here at the half, 29-21. Tonight's game is brought to you by My Jersey. Coaches and players want to hang on to their memories of their playing days by framing their high school or college jersey. That's where My Jersey can help. With technology today, there's a cost-effective way to recreate the likeness of a jersey. My Jersey is a high-definition, life-size print using textures and shadows which trick the eye into thinking it's a real jersey. All done in a 24 by 36 professionally framed picture that can be shipped to your front door. The best part is all My Jersey needs is a picture of the player in his or her uniform from their playing days, and they can digitally recreate any jersey for any sport. Email My Jersey at myjerseydesigns@gmail.com. A few pictures of yourself or your player in their uniform. They will send you a design, and you'll be able to review it and offer up any edits to them. And you can also follow My Jersey on Twitter at myjerseydesigns. Special thanks also tonight to the booster clubs from both Elko and E-Town. They continue to support LL Hoops and our streaming capabilities here. Tonight we bring you 2 games here tonight in the play-in round. The tournament will continue Monday and Wednesday with the quarterfinals and semifinals. We'll be back on the air with you on Friday night next week from Manheim Township High School for the boys final at 7 o'clock. Here we got 29-21, E-Town in front of Elko. Some quick first half thoughts, and we'll turn it over to Bruce and Dell.
Well, I think it's all about the E-Town defense right now. I think they're doing a pretty good job keeping Elko under control. I don't think E-Town's offense has really cranked it up just yet. They've missed some bunnies at the basket, but I think the defense of E-Town has been the difference in this game so far.
All right, we're going to turn it over to Bruce Badgley and Dell Jackson. They'll take you through halftime, and then Warren and I will be back with you here to get things started in the third quarter. It's 29-21, E-Town in front of Elko. You're listening to live coverage of the play-in round of the boys Lancaster 11 League tournament here on LLHoops.com and also on our YouTube page.
All right, baby. Are we ready? We're on and everything like that. Give our boys a break. Andy's going to come down and join me here. Or Bruce, somebody's going to be here. Talk about the game. We're getting some views upstairs. And it looks like, to me, E-Town's just a little stronger on the inside at this point. Elko not hitting their threes, and that's kind of where we're at right now.
Well, Bruce Badgley here along with Del Jackson. You know, one of the things, I got an opportunity to talk to E-Town head coach Rocky Parise. He seemed really confident tonight. He felt that this was a good matchup for his team, and it sure looked like it to me the first half. I think that they played a well-rounded game in not only controlling the inside game, but also good three-point attempts as well.
I'm gonna put Andy on, okay? Bruce, keep talking. Andy's up. He had some stats for the game. We had some turnovers. I can give you that. I had E-Town for 8, Elko for 8. So both teams a little sloppy. Rebounds, I got 11 for E-Town and 13 for Elko. So I'll turn it over to Andy. He had some ideas, and he kind of can talk about the tournament a little bit as well.
Well, here he is, finally, the man, the myth, the legend.
Here I am.
Here you are. No, first half, one of the things that I was just talking about a moment ago is, talking with Rocky Parise before the game. He was pretty confident about this matchup. And I think that was pretty pervasive in a confidence level of that team out there in the first half. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing with E-Town is these guys have been playing together forever. You know, you want to talk about a team that's kind of built for a moment like this, it's E-Town. And the other thing, too, Elko likes to get up and down and shoot a lot of threes. And I said in the one tweet after the first quarter, it felt like a lot of coulda, woulda, shouldas. I mean, they didn't not a lot of Elko's trades really fell for them. They missed a couple bunnies inside, and then, really Elijah Eberle and Luke Pearson seemed to always make Elko pay for whenever they couldn't put the ball in the hole.
Yeah, Pearson had 3 3-pointers there in the first half. Eberle 10 points. Parise with 4. So, some fairly balanced scoring, but I think that Elko had a little bit of trouble with the ball handling on their end of the floor.
Yeah, a little bit, and you wonder how much of it, too, is just kind of the playoff butterflies. This is the first playoff game of the whole entire postseason. They're kicking us off for the league playoffs here with this play-in game. But I have a lot of faith in Elko's guards. I think they'll be able to kind of figure it out, whether that's storm. And it's like anything else. As soon as you see the ball go in the hole, your offense seems to play better. You seem to get more into flow. And that's the name of the game for them. If they can start hitting shots, it's only a 10-point, or not a 10-point, it's only an 8-point deficit, I guess it is. So, I mean, they're still right in the thick of this game, even though it kind of has largely felt like E-Town has pretty well controlled the first half.
And that, I guess, you make a great point. It does feel like E-Town has really controlled it, yet, it's still a ball game. Still only an 8-point game. And, you expect a little bit, I think, crisper play from Elko the second half. But, besides, what you talked about, with E-Town, on Elko's perspective, what do you think the key is going to be to the second half for them getting back in this game?
Really, it's going to be I would say it's neutralizing Eberle inside. They certainly have the matchup to be able to do that with Asher Kemble inside if he can kind of negate his presence inside. They had a couple real nice lob plays to Eberle. I know the one they missed, the one they made.
Right.
So the other thing is, too, we got a ball coming in here. I got him.
Whoa.
Got a little bit athletic.
That can be dangerous on a broadcast, believe me.
But yeah, and then the other thing, too, is they got to find Luke Pearson in transition. He's killed him with, I believe it's been 2 threes, maybe 3, I believe you said. So finding him in transition, locking up, and really not letting the other guys beat them. Kind of keep the lockdown on Parise, Beach, and those guys, and let some other guys beat them.
Yeah, and I think that, Bohannon's got to stay sharp. I mean, 13 points, I believe.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
In the first half. And, the go-to guys just have to step up in moments like this,
right.
Now, talking, and I'm just asking you this question. I know that, E-Town is qualified for the district tournament. Is this a win-or-go-home game for Elko?
For districts?
For district.
No, they're safely, and they're actually the number 3 seed in 4A.
Okay.
They're right behind Lancaster Catholic and Bishop McDevitt.
Okay.
So they're certainly with the cream of the crop here. But The other thing, too, Bruce, that's interesting about this matchup is for those of us that kind of really have a vested interest and know the inner workings of the league, this is if you would have asked me in July if these two teams could be playing at Township for the league championship, I couldn't argue with you.
Really? Okay.
That's just how good these teams are, but just the way with the bracket falls and their second place finishes in Section 2 and Section 4 respectively, you got one heck of an opening game to raise the curtain on the league playoffs.
Right. And it's going to be great coverage here for LL Hoops. Not only are we doing the audio broadcast tonight, but it'll be bookended by the girls championship on the 13th, which I'll be on the call on that, and then on Friday night we'll have the boys as well. And on the boys' side, you have you put your picks out there, pal.
I'm not afraid.
You are not afraid. For some of the fans who didn't get to see your picks, who do you like to come away, or let's just say make the final and then come away with the trophy here this year?
For the final, I have Cedar Crest and Lancaster Catholic. And I debated long and hard about who to pick in that championship game. Coach Clays, pound for pound, is one of the better coaches in the league. So while Cedar Crest might have the edge in athleticism, the coaching prowess of Catholic, it's going to be interesting to see how they can maybe neutralize a guy like O'Leary, because he can absolutely jump out of the gym. So that's my pick. I'll stick with it. I made my bed. Now I guess I have to lie in it. But speaking on these two teams most specifically that are warming up here to start the second half, they could be worthy of making a run here deep, because I think they're that good. So the second half's getting started here. I'll go up to my perch with my pen and paper, and I'll let you boys get back to it.
And we'll turn this back over to Mr. Eric Thomas to take us home. And Warren Goodling on the color. Great job so far, guys.
A big thanks to Bruce Badgley and Andy Hurd taking you through halftime here. It's an 8-point lead for E-Town at 29-21. And again, the season is not over for these two teams here after tonight. They will both go to their respective district tournaments. It looks like E-Town, as far as 5A goes, is locked into the 6th seed, which puts them opposite in the first round. Right now, Lampeter Strasburg.
Gives them a home game, right?
It does give them a home game. Higher seeds host. And then for ELCO, they are in one of the most loaded brackets we have ever seen in District 3. More on that in a little bit as we get started right off the jump.
Yep.
It is Everly who lays it up and in, and it's 31-21.
Well, again, on the set play and the back screen play where Everly's at the foul line and he gets a back screen and he rolls down and they throw him the ball, and he's very good on there. One-on-one, you're not stopping him.
Had 12 in the first half, 10 in the first half, 12 for the game now. Scored 30 seconds into the second half. Pull-up jumper by Coletti near side is no good. Rebound is pushed out of bounds towards the sideline by Horst. It is saved there, however, and it'll be E-Town ball.
Now, here's interesting. Who's bringing the ball up the court now?
Everly has it for...
He's the point guard.
Yep, E-Town.
He's a 6'5" point guard.
Move Parise into the paint.
And he just goes right to the rack.
Right to the rack and lays it up and in. 14 for Elijah Everly. 12-point lead for E-Town. Less than a minute into this second half. Horst drives far side. Coletti down top of the circle. It is Bohannon, Coletti again. Huey. Campbell in the near corner. Poked at there by Everly. Back to Huey. Huey drives foul line, kicks to Bohannon. Bohannon off balance jumper from the foul line. No.
Yep.
Rebound is taken away, and Horst comes out of there and he lays it up and in.
Well, Horst made a great hustle play to get that rebound and then finish the basket in traffic there.
33-23 E-Town. Into the corner it goes with Pearson. Pearson back up top, Parise. Parise dribbles off to his left, lobs it into the corner. Everly now, or rather that was Beach, and then back up to Pearson right side. Left side it goes to Parise. Parise dribbles to his right, cuts across the lane, sidesteps the defender out to Pearson for three, off the mark. And the rebound will trickle out of bounds and go back to ELCO rather, with 6:20 to play in the third.
Okay, ELCO's down 10. They have to hang around here in this third quarter.
ELCO will navigate 4A as far as districts go. They will host Eastern York, it looks like, in the first round. Huey has it on the near wing. The problem with 4A, though, as Horst drives, is that the number 1 seed is Lancaster Catholic. ELCO couldn't beat them all year. Kemble drives across the lane, off balance. Runner off the window is
really
good.
Tough shot.
See if that gets him going. He's only got 4.
Yeah, they need to get him the ball down there where he can score. And again, they're only down 8 right now. They're still in the ball game. There's your back screen play for Eberly.
Far block. Eberly lost the handle, keeps composure. Had to get rid of it. Got his own rebound, reverses pivot, and puts it up and in.
Well, he's just bigger than the other players down there, and he got the ball up and off their offensive rebound and put it back in.
Eberly was 16 tonight, and he's working on another double-double. He has been one of the hottest players in all of the LL. In fact, the top 5 scores as Kemble throws that one way out of bounds over towards where the Calico section will be. The top 5 scorers in the LL are all in this tournament. We're seeing 2 of them here tonight with Fisher in the next game and Eberly right here in front of us now.
Well, yeah,
and Bohannon, too, by the way.
And Bohannon, yeah, but Eberly's just showing his diversity. He's a handful in there. They're having trouble handling one-on-one down at the block.
He gets fouled on the drive, so Elijah Eberly will go to the line for the first time tonight. He is a 65% free throw shooter. And more in the ELCO bracket. I mean, they did not beat Catholic. McDevitt is the 2 seed. ELCO will be the 3. The 4 should be Susquehanna Township, as Eberly can't connect on the front end. I mean, that bracket is just loaded. ELCO's going to get a favorable draw because, again, they already beat Eastern York this season. But after that, man, Eberly misses both.
Misses both.
Huey the rebound for ELCO. 5:05 to go in the third. It's a 35-25 lead for E-Town. Huey has it on the near wing. Huey, bounce pass up top to Kemble.
Set played by ELCO. Little screen away action. Ball reversals.
Kemble again. Now they get it off top of the circle to Bohannon. Near side, it's Huey. Huey ducks under the defense. Inside, near block to Kemble. Back out to Coletti. Now Huey near corner. 3-pointer on the way. It's good.
Oh, yeah.
For Evan Huey, and that's his first bucket of the night, and it cuts the lead down to 7. Eberly lobs it up near side, and a travel called on Alex O'Shea. First turnover of the half for E-Town with 4:33 to go in the third.
All right, well, now if ELCO scores here, we got a real interesting ball game.
Huey on the near wing again.
A little post-to-post screen there by Hannon.
Top of the circle, Kemble fires a 3. That one hit the front of the rim and then tipped out of there by Pearson, but right to Horst.
Horst gets another offensive rebound. Yes, he does.
Out to Coletti, 3-pointer on the way. It's good. His first bucket of the night is a 3. And these guards and this 3-point shooting is starting to come alive here for ELCO. It's down to 4 at 35-31.
Well, the hardest 3-point shot to defend is off an offensive rebound. When your teammate gets an offensive rebound and finds you at the 3-point line.
ELCO's defense forcing the turnover, at least momentarily. They're called jump ball. Arrow should favor E-Town and does, with 3:54 to go in the third.
I think it's going to favor ELCO.
I beg your pardon, ELCO, yeah.
Yeah. So now what we have happening here is a couple 3 balls by ELCO, which is that they're known for. And E-Town's been a little sloppy on offense.
Coletti, top of the circle, double team there with McGilhole. Now they get it inside Bohannon. Bohannon waits, fouled, and he gets the bucket to fall off the window. Bohannon with 15, looking for one more, and that can cut the lead down to 1. It's 35-33, E-Town with 3:44 to go in the third.
Well, E-Town at that time decided to run and jump, and they trapped the guard out front. They threw the ball in the high post. They got the ball on the baseline to Bohannon. He made a nice pump fake. Waited for everybody to come down, took the shot, got fouled, and made it. Now we have a ball game.
Bohannon's free throw is good. He's up to 16 points tonight.
And I don't think E-Town wants to get in a foul shooting contest with ELCO.
I completely agree with you. I was just going to bring that up. 35-34 E-Town with 3:35 to go in the third. Eberly with it between the legs, dribble left side of the circle, goes right around Kemble. They back off him. Now he's open for the jumper. The 3-pointer is off the mark. And the rebound's going to carry him towards the corner and out of bounds and back to ELCO with 3:24 to go in the third.
I think you got to just keep Eberly down low, work him down low, run those back picks for him, get him coming across the lane, let him do his damage inside.
Huey on the near wing.
Yeah, we got the same offensive set.
Out to the far wing it goes to Horst. His jumper off the mark, and the rebound controlled by Parise. Parise lob it up ahead to Gilhul. Gilhul drives, hands it off. Eberle lays it up and in with the right hand.
Nice pass. That's where you got to find the big guy at the basket.
18 for Elijah Eberle. It's up to a 3-point lead for E-Town with 2:52 to play in the third. Huey on the near wing again. Here we go. Same set.
Now it's very important that E-Town plays defense at the 3-point line.
Coletti near side. Coletti pushed off. They're going to call the foul on Coletti. Boy, the ref really waited to make the call there. Ryan Parise knew right away it was going to be an offensive foul, and a technical foul has been assessed to Brad Connors and ELCO with 2:42 to play in the third. Not the time you want to pick up the technical foul. I think he's got a legitimate gripe, though. That call could have gone either way.
Well,
but Parise was in good position, and you saw Coletti use the forearm.
Here's the problem, okay? Brad Connors is upset because there was a whistle, and then the referees looked at each other. Nobody had a definite call on that. So in that point, you got to just play on. There was a little contact, yes, but the guy who made the call, he didn't have a legitimate block or charge call. He had nothing. Then he looked out front. Then they called the charge, and Travis Orson teed up Coach Connors.
Parise made the second, missed the first. Now we'll get the possession here for E-Town.
And now I think Coach Connor has to sit down the rest of the game. He cannot stand up to Coach because he got that bench technical.
Yeah, he's been told that a couple times here.
Yeah.
He does take a seat. Their bench is right next to us.
But, you know, I understand it's a playoff game. Make the call. Walk away from the coach. If he gives it to you twice, then maybe you could team up. I thought that was a quick tee.
Gilhul has it right in the circle. 2:23 to go. We got a foul and a timeout actually called, I beg your pardon, by E-Town with 2:23 to play in the third quarter. Tonight's game brought to you by the National Guard, the Army National Guard. For more information on how to attend college full-time tuition free and serve in the Army National Guard part-time, contact Sergeant First Class Stephen Smith of Team Lancaster, 484 area code at 889-8519. Thank them for their sponsorship all season long. Also, big thanks again to the booster clubs from E-Town and ELCO, both helping us get this game on the air here tonight on LLHoops.com. We got game number 2 coming your way at about 7:30 tonight. It'll be Cocalico and Lancaster Mennonite. Pair of 11 and 11 teams for the Cocalico. For the Eagles, tonight is it. So if they lose tonight, their season is over. If they win, they will continue on, but their only postseason shot is to win the LL tournament. They will not make the district playoffs, it looks like. So an interesting, I don't remember in the couple of years that I've been able to call this tournament, I don't remember a situation in which that team or a team, their only postseason berth was this tournament.
Well, I do remember my last year coaching in 2010, we played Cocalico in the LL League Championship, and that was their last game. We won the game, but had win or lose Cocalico that game, that was their last game of the season.
Yep, they finished 17th in the District 3 unofficial power ratings. Hershey, same record at 11 and 11, but the power rating a lot different. And Hershey with a much stronger one, a big gap between those two actually. So Hershey gets the last nod in 5A at the 16 seed, at least unofficially right now. They'll come out later tonight once everything is done. As they drive, E-Town does. Handoff Gilhul, layup is good.
Yeah, but that play was made by Parise, just dribbling in there and finding the open man. Another assist.
1:46 to go. It's a 6-point lead for E-Town at 40-34.
And E-Town has scored at the basket to regain the lead here, to take command.
Ryan Parise kicks that one out of bounds. It'll stay with ELCO here with 1:39 to go in the third.
Now let's see what kind of out-of-bounds play ELCO has here. They perhaps have an out-of-bounds play. They can get a three-pointer shooter open.
Inbound it goes to Bohannon near corner, guarded by Pearson. Pull-up jumper on the way is good, and we get a foul.
Tough shot.
And it looks like Bohannon's going to have an opportunity to three-point play. Late call, and that again came from the official on the other side of the floor. Bohannon shot that right in front of us. We're on the bench side of the floor here.
I didn't see it, and like he shot that so pure. Like, how did he get fouled on that?
Yeah, very unabated. So he makes the free throw.
I mean, like, oh well.
19 points for Bohannon. It's a 3-point lead at 40-37. We just kind of shrugged at each other here because that foul, the official on the far side of the floor made the call. And there was a lot of traffic between him and the play, too, as that's going to get tipped out of bounds on the far side by Bohannon. It'll stay with E-Town with 1:23 to go in the third.
Okay, so with Eberle handling the ball out front, what E-Town's trying to do is let him have a wing pass, and then he's going to get a back screen when he gives the ball up. So that's the old concept of back screen the passer. And lots of times with a guy his size, you can get something at the basket on that.
Far corner, it's Eberle, brings it around top of the circle. Long pass into the corner, get a foul. In fact, had a travel call on Eberle.
Well, I got to give ELCO credit because they were at a danger point here early in the third quarter, and they just battled back. I don't think E-Town's been real crisp on the offensive end. I think Parise has to be in charge of handling the ball, keep looking for his penetration. They've scored when he's able to penetrate and give some assists up. So I think that has to be the game plan. And, you know, ELCO's, again, this is their DNA. Let's get the last shot of the quarter. And that's what they're going to do. And the other thing it does, that shortens the game. This is the third quarter in a row now. They've taken a minute off the clock.
Under a minute to go here, 45 seconds to go in the third. ELCO has it. Coletti is way up near half court on the near side, right in front of his bench. Down to 33 seconds to go.
Yeah, and you can just tell they're very comfortable doing this. They work on this a lot. They've done this all year. They know exactly what they're looking for at the end here. And, you know, last time they got to the foul line for 2 shots.
15 seconds to go now in the quarter. It's a 3-point lead, so ELCO can tie it here as Coletti gets it in motion.
There's
here.
Your dribble handoff.
Bohannon, now they come right
See,
back
there's
to
your set
Coletti.
play. See that?
Into the corner, the three-pointer was no good. Got his own rebound, fires it wide of the bucket at end of the quarter. Parise will have a chance from half court. He double clutches and almost banks it in. So E-Town will take a 40-37 lead to the fourth quarter. ELCO battles their way back in this one. A couple of big threes in the third, and they have a 3-point deficit facing them as we go to the fourth quarter. Tonight's game is brought to you by Susquehanna Tackle, everything for fishing. Susquehanna Tackle features low prices, fast delivery, expert knowledge, free shipping on orders over $50. This weekend, Bass Fest, 1-800-814-7433. And by Dan Taylor Family Law, is your will, durable power of attorney, and living will up to date? If not, you should see LLHoops.com sponsor Daniel Cape Taylor. Dan can be reached at 717-945-6212 or see his ad on our website. He can initially speak to you over the phone or meet at his Lancaster office. Home appointments are available for the disabled. H&L Team Sales also tonight. H&L Team Sales provides uniforms, team shops, and other clothing and equipment to schools and teams throughout the LL, York, and Berks regions. Contact H&L at 717-392-3010 or online at hlteamsales.com. Eric Thomas, Warren Goodling with you here tonight, courtside at Warwick High School. We got playing action here tonight in the boys Lancaster 11 League tournament. This is game number 1 of 2 here tonight. E-Town will have a 3-point lead going into the fourth quarter here at 40-37. Game number 2 comes your way about 25 minutes after we're done here. It'll be Calico and Lancaster Mennonite. And we'll have our usual, if you watch this during the season, you know that we get the winning coach and a player from that team on. So we'll have our usual post game here tonight with the player of the game and the winning coach, hopefully. Still to be determined here, and then we'll carry you right through to the tip-off of the second game here tonight. So start of the fourth quarter, it's E-Town ball. They're in their home whites with the outlined white numbers. Elijah Eberle has it for the Bears. They lead it by 3, 40-37. They go right back to Ryan Parise. And
ELCO's in a 2-3 zone.
Yep, E-Town will kill some time here to start things in the fourth.
See if they're going to play against the zone or they're going to pull them out. They're going to play against it.
Bounce pass inside. They kick it back out to the far corner. It is Pearson off the mark, no. And the rebound is controlled by Bohannon. Here comes Bohannon racing down the near side. Nice bounce pass underneath. Coletti, far block, lays it up and in.
Yep. Those two guys were on the same page. You can read that at half court what was going to happen there.
It's down to a 1-point lead at 40-39. E-Town in front. Parise with it, left of the circle. Lob pass into the corner. It's Pearson now back to Parise, top of the circle. They lob it back to Pearson in the near corner. To Gilhool, now back out to Pearson. Skip pass to the top of the circle to Parise. Goes right, looks underneath. Yep. Gilhool lays it up and in.
Again, another assist by Parise. That's where they've got to get the ball inside against the zone. Don't rely on the three-point shooting. Get the ball inside.
Huey in the near corner. Bounce pass near block. It goes to Kimball. Kimball Trying to guard or get against Eberly. They give it right back to him, back out to Huey. Huey shuffled his feet, got away with it out to Coletti, top of the circle. Now he'll back up near half court. 1:20 gone here in the fourth. It's a 3-point lead for E-Town at 42-39. Kimball over in the far wing. Kimball drives on Eberly, turns. Now he gets it back out towards Bohannon. Loose ball up near half court is out of bounds. Going to go back to E-Town with 6:29 to play.
Well, Pearson is guarding Bohannon, and he's playing lockdown, man-to-man, no-help defense, and he helped cause that turnover. Again, Elko in the 2-3 zone.
They lob it inside Gilhole. Now all alone is Parise, left of the circle. Beach in the left corner, now back to Parise, top of the circle. Back to Pearson. Pearson goes underneath. It's tipped, knocked around, and picked off and knocked out of bounds by Elko. So they'll stay with E-Town with 6:12 to play.
Well, they're trying. E-Town's trying to get the ball to the short corner. Once you get the ball to the short corner, you can find a skip pass, or you can find the high post guy dropping down in the paint.
Quick inbound. It's tipped and knocked away by Elko, and Coletti comes away with it. Bohannon up to Horst. Horst to Huey, poked out of bounds by Pearson right by us. And it'll go, or stay rather, with Elko here with 6:03 to play.
Well, the deflections saved a potential game-tying three right there, because
Sure
Huey
did.
he was eyeing that three ball up. He was wide open.
Bohannon inbounds to Coletti. Now it's right of the circle. Horst, open side, near side. It's Kimball. Jumper just inside the arc, and he knocks it down.
Little flex play there. A screen, a down screen for the back screener.
Kimball has been very quiet offensively. He has 6 points. Only averages 12.5, but still.
That was a nice move there. And, Eberly's doing a good job on him. He's not able to just go up and score inside maybe like he did in Section 4.
Pearson in the corner. It's knocked away by Kimball. And then Pearson picks up the foul from behind as Coletti was matriculating up the court. It's been a very well, in terms of fouls, well-played game. They have let these teams go for the most part. That is the fourth, though, on Pearson. And that is the third on E-Town here in the second half.
That's a problem, because Pearson has a tough assignment, and he's guarding Bohannon, and that's going to be hard to get out of this game without another foul.
Kimball, a little give and go, lays it up and in. His second straight bucket. And we'll see if that gets Asher Kimball going. Late in this game, it's an Elko lead now of 1 at 43-42. Beach fires a three, can't answer. Kimball the rebound. Elko has battled all the way back. This was a 12-point deficit at one point in this game. And they have shot their way back in it. They have played good defense. They lead it by 1.
They're doing a nice job executing on offense. They're in that 2-3 zone.
Bohannon dribbles out to the near corner, off to Huey. Now top of the circle, it's Coletti with 4:44 to go. Kimball now left of the circle. Huey now back to Kimball, left of the circle. Right of the circle, it's Horst.
There's your back screen. There's your down screen.
Bohannon lost the handle of it, gets it back. Pearson chased after him. Open three for Bohannon, no. And the rebound, Gilhole. This game has turned into what we thought it would. Down the floor, Parise's pass is picked off. Bohannon comes racing down the floor, splits the defender, pull-up jumper, foul on it, and he gets it to go.
Yep.
21 for Braden Bohannon, and it's 45-42 Elko. In the corner, Beach, far side. Beach lobs it back up top, Parise. Parise goes back to the far corner to Beach. Inside it goes to Eberly, back up top, right of the circle, Parise. Parise drives, and what are we going to call here? It's away from the ball. It's on Huey. That is his first, and the team fourth on Elko. Inbound pass to E-Town. Up top, Parise. Parise drives left side. Inside it goes to Gilhole. Reverse layup is no good. It was partially blocked, and Bohannon comes away with a rebound.
And that's Kimball doing a great job on defense that time. Now it's going to be interesting to see what Elko does. They have the capabilities of spreading the floor. And remember, this is a very good foul shooting team.
Huey with it. They move to double team. Lost the handle. Bohannon gets it back. Calls a timeout.
Yep, good timeout.
Good job by Elko here to maintain some poise. Nothing was there for Bohannon. He called a timeout. And the full timeout for Brad Connors and Elko. LA Elite sponsors tonight's broadcast. Tryouts for the LA Elite Spring 2020 AAU basketball season will be held on February 22nd and March 8th. For more information and tryout registration, please visit laelit3.org. That's laelit, the number 3.org. or call Matt Overball at 484-354-5631. Tonight's game also brought to you by My Jersey. Coaches and players want to hang on to their memories from their playing days by framing their high school or college jersey. That's where My Jersey can help you. With technology today, there's a cost-efficient way to recreate the likeness of a jersey. My Jersey is a high-definition, life-size print using textures and shadows which trick the eye into thinking it's a real jersey, all in a 24 by 36 professionally framed picture that can be shipped to your front door. Email My Jersey at myjerseydesigns@gmail.com. They will send you a design and the ability to review and also offer up any edits. You can also follow them on Twitter at myjerseydesigns. And a special thanks also to the booster clubs from both Elko and E-Town for the continued support of live streaming with LL Hoops. So Elko will inbound here with 3:28 to go. It's Bohannon right in front of his bench. Pearson to guard him, to get it into Coletti. Horst now inside, far block. It goes Bohannon. Bohannon working on Pearson. Up and under move, pull up, jumper, no, and Gilhull's there for the rebound.
I think Pearson might have got a little piece of that. Great defense by Pearson because, you know, he has 4 fouls, so he had to go straight up.
Pearson has it at the foul line. He lobs it underneath Eberle off the window, and it's good.
Exactly what E-Town has to do against that zone is get that ball inside.
Eberle's got 20 tonight. Back to a 1-point lead for Elko at 45-44 with 2:55 to go.
Little back screen here. Shape up, catch the ball.
Huey on the near wing. Huey dribbles inside, now near block. It's Kimball. Kimball spins. Kimball got pinned up there by Eberle. Good job defensively.
Yep.
And then Paris and Coletti wrestle for the loose ball. It's going to stay with Elko with 2:43 to play.
And let's watch their out of bounds play here. See if they run this with the mentality we got to find a way to score. They got 4 across the baseline. It's probably going to be somebody going up in the back screen.
Inbound it goes, and
No,
Kimball off the mark.
Just threw it into Kimball. He went one-on-one and missed a left-handed shot.
Paris up ahead, corner it goes. They dump it inside to Eberle. Eberle on the near baseline. Up top it goes Pearson. Now on the far side it goes to Paris. 2:25 to play. Pearson is open for 3, knocks it down.
Well, he hasn't been shy all night shooting the ball, and that's a big, big shot.
E-Town responds. They lead it by 2, 47-45.
Big shot.
2:06 to play. Winner goes on to play in the quarterfinals on Monday night. Pull-up jumper by Coletti is off the mark. Horst the rebound.
Another rebound by Horst.
Hands it off to Bohannon. Short jumper is no good. Rebound Kimball. Kimball fouled, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Again, 2 offensive rebounds there for Elko. And Horst got the first one. And he's got a number of offensive rebounds.
Foul was on Pat Gilhull for E-Town. That's his 3rd. 4th on E-Town. Kimball at the line. 70% free throw shooter. Good on the first one.
Yeah, he looked real good that one. And again, we're at the point now where the foul shooting stat that's going to jump out at you right now here, the last minute 55.
He's also really rounded out his game this season. You can just see as he hits his 10th point of the night on the second free throw. Tie game at 47 with 1:50 to play. Kimball really worked hard to round out his game. He was very raw last season. This Elko team is all back from a season ago. He is a big reason why they think they can win a district championship. Paris splits his trap, and he lost the handle of it. Here comes Elko with it with 1:35 to go.
And that time Elko went man-to-man, and they challenged E-Town. And now, okay, let's talk about the end of the quarters. The end of the quarters. The first 3 quarters, what did Elko do with about a minute to go? Now it's a minute 23. What are they going to do now?
Held on to the ball, and they're going to do the same thing here with a minute 23. Timeout on the floor called by Brad Connors and Elko with 1:23 to play. Tonight's game is brought to you by Nationwide Insurance. Parents, if you have children who are driving or getting ready to drive, Nationwide is here to help. Call the Stephen Everett Lewis Agency in Millersville to find out how to keep your costs low and teach your children how to drive safely with the Nationwide Smart Ride program. This program includes accident forgiveness, so if your new driver does have an accident, you won't lose your insurance or suffer an expensive rate surcharge. Please contact the Stephen Everett Lewis Agency for additional information, 717-872-2466. Eric Thomas, Warren Goodling with you here, 1:23 to go from Warwick High School. Game 1 of 2 here tonight in the play-in round, or the first round, if you will, of the Lancaster Lebanon League Boys Tournament. It is 47-all between E-Town and Elko. Winner of this game will go on to play Lampeter Strasburg in Monday's quarterfinals at LS with a 7 o'clock tip-off. And then stay tuned for game number 2 here tonight. It'll be Cocalico and Lancaster Mennonite. That game will come your way around 7:30. We have 25 minutes after we are done here, in about an hour or so.
Okay, this is a 1-3-1 half-court trap against E-Town's coming out in the half-court trap because they did not want Elko to get the last shot, and they're not going to get it because they just took it for a layup.
Bohannon with his 23rd point of the night has given Elko the lead, 49-47 with 1:05 to go. Parise has it top of the circle. Parise backs out, guarded by Coletti. Parise dribbles to his right, hands it off right side. It is Gilhull. Back up top, it goes to Parise. Under a minute to go. Gilhull, now Pearson in the corner. Pearson near corner. Up top, it goes to Beach. Beach to the far corner, it goes Gilhull. Gilhull skip pass across dangerously, finds Eberly though. Eberly spins in traffic, he went up and down. He went up and down, and are they going to call the travel on him? I can't see the call here because the official's on the near side. That is a jump ball called, and possession will favor E-Town. Boy, Eberly got away with one there. He went clearly up and down. The ball was held, so it's really a judgment call if you want to go that way. Inside, Eberly, the bucket and the foul, and a chance for E-Town to retake the lead.
Well, they ran the same out-of-bounds play they ran down here in the first half where Eberly throws the ball in, and the guard sets a little down screen, and Eberly curls off and gets the ball back. So now, here we go, foul shooting.
5th team foul on Elko. Eberly's free throw is good. He has 23 tonight. It's 50-49 E-Town with 33 seconds to go.
And E-Town's playing man-to-man.
Out to Huey, top of the circle. Bohannon has it near side. Bohannon to Coletti near wing. Coletti corner now. Bohannon near wing. 22 seconds to go. Bohannon backs out. Elko's going to hold for the final shot. Any bucket, a 3 or 2 wins it.
There's a ball screen coming. I don't think they're going. It's going to be the last shot.
Timeout called by Brad Connors. It's going to be, let's see what he's going to call here. It's going to be a full timeout by Connors here with 10.4 seconds left. Tonight's game brought to you by Pat Klein of State Farm. Special thanks to Pat Klein of State Farm for sponsoring LO Hoops live streaming. Give Pat a call for all your insurance needs, 717-284-3107. Pat, based out of Corryville, Pennsylvania. Dacio, a locally owned office technology company with multiple service and sales locations throughout Central PA and Maryland. Dacio offers IT service and support, multifunction copiers, network printers, wide format printers, and document management solutions to businesses and nonprofits of all sizes. For more information, call John Ersman at 717-419-7971. 10.4 seconds to go to be E-Town, or rather Elko ball, and they trail it by 1, 50-49.
Well, here's the thing. I want to know where the ball's being taken out at, okay? Because there was a discussion by the officials of where we're going to take the ball. It looks like they're taking the ball out underneath, which everybody has plays to run out of bounds underneath where you can score. So that changes the whole dynamics if you take the ball out on the side compared to taking the ball out underneath. So I don't know if Coach Connors took that time out knowing that he was going to get the ball out underneath or thinking he was going to get out on the side, but I know he knows it now.
10.4 to go. Again, the winner goes on to play LS in the quarterfinals on Monday night at 7.
Yeah, I'm sort of surprised the ball is underneath. I'd like to find out why it is there.
Huey, inbound. We get a foul before the inbound as Bohannon hits the deck. That is going to be on Ryan Parise, it looks like. 10.4 seconds to go here. That is the first foul on Parise.
And nobody's shooting a one-on-one yet, so.
No, and no danger of that. So
and the only guy you don't want to have foul is Pearson, who's got 4.
Inbound it goes to Bohannon. Bohannon to Kemble. 8 seconds to go. Kemble spins in the lane. Floater, no good. Rebound is going to be a jump ball. And the possession error is going to favor Elko with 3.4 seconds left. So the Raiders will get one more crack at it with 3.4 seconds to go. And they will inbound again underneath. It'll be Huey. And check that, they're going to move him out to the corner. And Horst will inbound
Well,
it.
they could throw the lob or they could screen for the shooter.
3.4 to go. And it goes to Bohannon. Bohannon guarded by Parise. They call Parise on the floor.
And that was a smart play by Parise because he had a foul to get.
Very smart. Very, very smart.
I mean, he knew. Now, is that 6?
That is the 16th
So they can't foul now. They can't foul now.
1.7 to go. This is it. Inbound it goes to Kemble. Three-pointer at the buzzer is off the mark, and E-Town survives. What a comeback victory by E-Town. They move on to face LS in the quarterfinals on Monday night at Lampeter Strasburg. They win it tonight 50-49 in a thriller. And for ELCO, they'll now wait for the district championship tournament to start. They'll be the 3 seed, it looks like, in the 4A tournament coming up here in about a week or so. So E-Town survives. They go to the quarterfinals for the second straight year. Our player of the game is going to be Elijah Eberly, who finished with 23 tonight. And man, was he good inside. We'll run down the scores for you here in a minute. We'll get Eberly over here. We'll also get Rocky Paris, hopefully, to come over as well. He'll talk to his team real quick. We'll get Elijah to step on in here. And he will join us here momentarily, as he's our player of the game here tonight. Finished tonight with 23 points and a relentless effort and a great effort by this E-Town team. This was a game that E-Town led by 12. Thank you. Elijah, I'll ask you to throw those on right there. Thanks for joining us here. Congratulations. There we go. Congratulations on a great effort here tonight.
Thank you.
23 points. You guys were up by 12 points at one point in this game. And then we know how good ELCO is at shooting the basketball, but just a relentless effort by you guys down the stretch. You come up with a big bucket. You win this game by 1.
Yeah, we did. We just kept digging in. We knew we had the lead, so we were able to give up a few points because we got that lead at halftime, and we just had to make sure we closed it out then.
Good team effort for you guys here tonight. 23 for you. Luke had 13. 6 off the bench for our pal Patty McBuckets, and then 6 for Ryan Paris. A good collective effort defensively. I mean, what do you say about ELCO? I mean, you knew that at some point they were going to make a run. I mean, they're just too good of a shooting team to not make a run. But you guys have been on this streak now, 5 straight wins. How important is it for you to keep this momentum going? Not just, I mean, obviously you want to keep, playing come February and March, but you guys really seem to want to win this LL title. I mean, you want to grab a hold of that thing, and you're going to get a chance here, and you get to the quarterfinals for the second straight year.
Yeah, we really want this. Like, last year, we have a lot returning. Last year, we made it to the semifinals and lost to Township. So we knew what it was like to play in these games, and we want this championship. A lot of us are seniors, so we want to go out big and put a title up on our banner at home.
You've been on some kind of run yourself here. I mean, the games you've had the last, say, week or two, including tonight here with 23 points, what is it about this late season charge? You've had a good year all year, but it's been late season. You have just been red hot. What's it been? What's been the key to your game here?
I just got to thank my teammates. They've been getting me the ball. I don't shoot the ball that much, so they can get me down. My teammates are just doing a great job getting me the ball down low, getting me in positions to score. Coach Paris has a whole bunch of plays set up, and we're just finding our groove at the right time. You guys are going to get Lampeter Strasburg Monday night. If you're going to win this thing, you're going to have to win 4 games in a week. How tough do you think that's going to be? We're prepared for this. We went into team camps. We played multiple games. A lot of us were AAU players, so you play 4 games a day at AAU, so we're pretty lengthy and can run, and we're ready to run. Last thing I'll ask you, Coach Paris and I go way back, so we've talked all season long, but he mentioned to me the schedule that you guys played this season should be a factor, not just for this tournament, but for the district tournament coming up. You guys have really tested yourself this season. Your section play's been good work, obviously a good battle, but McCaskey and Hazleton and some of these other teams that you have played, he has felt that has sort of separated you from some of these teams in the lower sections that might not see that type of competition. Yeah, that definitely helped us. It showed us what we need to work on. Losing those games early, it was blatantly obvious what we needed to work on, and then we addressed those at practice. And then we're used to playing against good teams now. We're ready for that environment and that atmosphere. Elijah Eberly, our player of the game here tonight. Congratulations on a big win. 23 points for Eberly. He's our player of the game. And E-Town wins it tonight 50-49. They're on to the quarterfinals of the Lancaster 11 League Tournament. On Monday night, they will take on Lampeter Strasburg at Lampeter Strasburg with a 7 o'clock airtime, or 7 o'clock tip-off time. All games in the quarterfinals come your way at 7 o'clock at the higher seats. That will do it for our first game here. Actually, let's run down the scores real quick. First for ELCO, Braden Bohannon, 23 points, 10 for Asher Kemble. He was big late in that game. 8 for Ben Horst, 4 for Bryce Coletti, and 3 for Evan Huey rounds out the scoring for ELCO. For E-Town, you just heard from Elijah Eberly, 23 points, 13 for Luke Pearson. Found out foul trouble, came up with a big bucket late in the game to help his team out. 6 for Ryan Paris, 2 for Brody Beach, and then 6 off the bench for Pat Gilhol. And that is all the scoring tonight. They only played 6 guys, did E-Town, and they walk away with a
50-49 victory. Game number 2 comes your way in about 35 minutes. So we're going to be on the air in about 30 minutes. That'll be around 7:15 or so. That will be on the air to bring you game number 2. It'll be Cocalico and Lancaster Mennonite. The winner of that game will take on the top seed out of Section 1, Cedar Crest, in the quarterfinals. And again, that'll come your way with about a 7:15 start time. We'll be on the air right around 7:15 anyway, and the game will start right around 7:30 or 7:20 or so, 7:25, somewhere in that range. They got 35 minutes on the clock. They have not stopped or started the clock yet. Teams will come out here and warm up. Some final thoughts, Warren, on that first game?
Well, congratulations to E-Town, because in the playoffs, it's all about advancing. It doesn't matter how many points you win by. It just win and advance. So they had a gut check time down there the last 3 minutes of the game, and they got it done. And I thought ELCO, I was very impressed with ELCO. I can see why they were 18-4. They represented themselves very, very well tonight.
They are on to the Class 4A tournament, district level. They should be the 3 seed when that starts coming up next week for E-Town. They will move on to the quarterfinals on Monday night opposite Lampeter Stroudsburg. That'll do it for game number 1. Game number 2 comes your way in about 35 minutes. Stay tuned for that. It is Cocalico and Lancaster Mennonite, a pair of 11-11 teams. The second-place teams out of Section 3 and Section 5, respectively, will be on the air around 7:15 to bring you all the action for that one. For everybody here, Dell Jackson, Louis Galan, our producer here tonight, Bruce Badgley working behind the scenes, Andy Herr, and my partner Warren Goodling will talk to you in about a half hour. E-Town wins game number 1 tonight, 50-49. Thanks for listening here on LLHoops.com and also our YouTube channel. Final score for the final time, Bears advance with a 50-49 win over ELCO. We'll talk to you in about a half hour for game number 2.